Hey, welcome back to Rusty Bow. Today and for the next bunch of weeks, in and around other things, I'm going to be working on billets. This one for the Queen's blade, which I broke her knife last year, just kind of demonstrating it, for her, and chipped a big chunk out of the blade. And then I ended up reworking it and requenching it, and it cracked in 3 places. So I've told this story before, but it's a tale of shame for me, and I have to repeat it from time to time. Just put some context in it. But I'm going to be working on that, and I have another billet going on that I'll be working on the next few weeks to finish up. Another couple foldings, and then I'm going to start a wakizashi again. So, but after I get through the billet today, I have a piece of copper, and I am going to work on a couple menuki so that I can finish up my current wakizashi. I have the Ito, but I want to get the menuki, banged out on the anvil. I'm going to try that before I do any kind of casting. So I had thought about casting the menuki, but I want to try this first. So that's what's on deck today. And then anything else that I happen to want to do. So stay with us. Okay, let's throw that in there and get that going. Okay, this is an unscheduled mini project. I want to see if I got enough fire to do something with this. And after a hard day blacksmithing, dinner with the Queen. Now the sudden introduction of water while it's hot doesn't cause any problems?
It can actually help it. Become a little less brittle if I remember right.
How's that look so far to you?
Well, didn't get the whole size, but it's actually pretty damn close.
Okay, so you said the tang didn't fully form, but you can just shift the tang up, right?
Yeah, it's just the original tang, that's all. I can make a new one.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay, here's where things stand. As you can see, the menuki are too large. They're probably they should be probably like half that size. So I'll work on them. I'll make new ones. These I'll give to the Queen. She thought they were nice, so I'll give them to her. They are really just practice pieces like the rest of the swords, so I'm not too concerned about it. But I do need to get the size right. This here is the billet I worked on yesterday. That's for the Queen's replacement knife, and that's 27 layers. This is 60 some. I don't remember the exact count, but this is what I'm working on for the wakizashi. I'm going to bulk both these up more, but that's where they stand. And this thing is the chainsaw blade that I wanted to see how that weld together, because I've seen people do this online, and they obviously do it much better than me. But I just was curious because there's so many parts, and not only are there so many parts, but they're you know, I don't know what all the parts are made of. I can't be sure that they're all made of, you know, exactly the same thing. You know, the pins and the little blades, parts of the chain, all that stuff. To be honest, it's not something I would choose to make into a knife, because you know, chainsaws are meant to be tough and hold together, not to be brittle and fly apart. So you know, they're good for a lot. You know, maybe somebody can correct me on this. I mean, you can certainly make something that would cut, but how it would hold its edge. Anytime I've used a chainsaw or seen chainsaws used, they're constantly in need of being sharpened. Now they are cutting like hell. I get that. So you know, maybe I'm totally wrong on this, but I would not I would not choose to make a knife out of it. And especially, you know, the thing I was kind of curious about is how this goes together. Now I didn't try to make this into a further billet. But there's just so many places where you could have gaps and D-lams and stuff. I'm just, you know, maybe I'll play with it another time, but you know, when I've got less to do. But it's an interesting thing to play with. So, but yeah, that's where it all is for this week. Well, thanks for hanging out. That was fun. Hope you all had a good week. See you on the other side of this one. Stay well. Be good.